Hey friends, happy Monday, the 27th of February. Nice to be with you. Father Bill Hill, priest at Holy Spirit Catholic Community in Rock Springs, Wyoming. Using a little technology, I will give you a reflection on the daily readings. The readings are linked below. When I'm done, click the link, read the readings prayerfully. If you have the time, even 2 or 3 times through, slowly, meditatively, then turn off the screen. Spend some time with God before you move on to other things. Next week, we are hosting a mission, the 99 mission, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday night, 7, 8, 9 of March. 6:30 to 8:30, the mission, SCM Parish Center, childcare is provided. There is a meal beforehand at 5:30. Lee and I are cooking on Wednesday, FYI. Second announcement, there is a link down below to a feasibility study for a capital campaign. We are trying to evaluate where we might stand as we think about buildings and think about our future as a parish. We're asking every household to complete one of those this week, just trying to help us to understand better what God's Spirit is calling us to in these times. So thank you in advance for taking care of that this week. Appreciate it. We have a reading from Leviticus, a psalm response. I don't know what the psalm response is, but I was thinking about it. Psalm 19, and then Matthew's gospel. We're going to read these backwards today. We're going to start with the gospel, then we're going to do the psalm response, then we're going to do Leviticus. The gospel is Matthew 25, the sheep and the goats. And especially what strikes me is the line from Jesus towards those who cared for the little ones. Whatever you did for these least brothers of mine, you did for me. And then at the end of it, of course, is the other side. Jesus, who is sending off those who did not care for his little brothers, right? Whatever you did not do to these least of mine, you did not do for me. You know, and it's the clothe the naked and give drink to the thirsty and visit the oppressed and, care for the sick and welcome the immigrant and all of that. So just hear that. What you did for these least brothers and sisters of mine, you did for me. I think that that's going to be instructive for reading the law, the book of Leviticus. But maybe as we read that, to just allow the psalm response. Your words, Lord, are spirit and life, to flow from our heart. If the gospel fills us with joy and anticipation, hope, praise, or if it fills us with challenge and difficulty and worry and dread, allow God's words to be spirit and life. And then in the first reading, we have the book of Leviticus, which is an instruction on the law. A lot of these are going to look very familiar. We know these from the 10 Commandments, but then there are going to be more about taking care of our neighbor, taking care of the least, taking care of the day laborer who is going from job to job and making just enough to support a family. And each time, I am the Lord, I am the Lord, I am the Lord. That reminder that these are, coming from God into the community of Israel. As you read this, just to maybe ask that question, who are the least around me today? The little siblings of Jesus Christ that are going to be around me today. How am I called to live the law of love, especially towards the least today? And it might be something that jumps out at you from Leviticus. It might be something that jumps out at you in Matthew 25. Or just as you are pondering those who you will encounter today that are the least, how might God's Holy Spirit be inviting you into caring for them? And just to put it in the context of Lent, 3 categories, 3 observances of Lent that are traditional, right? Almsgiving, prayer, and fasting. Lots of times we focus a lot on the fasting. Almsgiving, caring for the poor, caring for ourselves, who at times can be poor children of God, caring for creation, all that God has made. Those are ways that we give alms. And as we think about the least in our midst today, that's one of the ways that we observe the Lenten gift and walk this journey together. Okay. Read the readings prayerfully, link down below. Turn off the screen, spend some time with God. Then have a blessed day. Let's be praying for each other, but especially be praying for those who are struggling. God bless y'all.